Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Maneke Budiman and all my friends for your attention in this presentation. My name is Ramayuki Royrunisa. My name is Ramayuki Royrunisa.
Topik.
I'm sorry, sir. My laptop nge-lag, sir. Nge-freeze.
Oh, coba stop slideshow-nya. Nah, itu udah bisa barusan. Oke, ulangi lagi. Kita reset lagi. Oke, full screen. Ini bukan halaman 1 ya, halaman 2 ya ini. Ya ini oke. Yap.
Saya ulangi lagi ya, sir.
Ya ini udah siap. Kalau Anda mau mulai. Coba dulu mainkan, bisa di next nggak? Nggak bisa. Oke, Hafiz. Kesulitannya di mana, Rahmayuki? Tampaknya internet connection ya. Ya, ini connection. Coba sementara Anda off video dulu. Off video dulu, Rahmayuki. Off dulu videomu. Mental ya. Ini alasan mengapa kita tidak bisa memindah-mindahkan orang, karena risikonya seperti ini ya. Nanti sesi-sesi terakhir numpuk di situ, kemudian ada gangguan teknis seperti ini, and we won't be able to finish. Rahmayuki, kita geser saja bagaimana? Sekarang kita ke selfie dulu. Selfie, ada selfie?
Yes, sir.
Oke, selfie dulu ya, selfie.
Iya.
Oke, Akasya siap untuk penanya, Akasya?
Present, sir.
Oke, boleh di activate video. Oke. Activate video ya, selfie.
Sir.
Oh, Anda pakai HP?
Iya, sir.
Oke, bentar. Oke, kalau mau mulai silakan selfie.
Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Thanks, Master and my friend, to your attention. My name is Selvi Indriani, NIM 105221017. So, I will present about BTS haters controversy in social circles. Next slide. Okay. This is problem definition and my thesis. As information for those who are not familiar about BTS, BTS is a Korean boy that is currently having global influence. The thing is, there is a lot of controversy between fans and the general public about K-pop. In Indonesian, people who like Korean idol are considered a crime. Someone often get hate speech if they are fans K-pop idol in general, not just BTS fans. Hate BTS such as plastic face, fanatic fans, CC fans, or LGBT. Words like this are often said in social media. Comment even though hate speech is inappropriate to say. So I want to raise this topic with some interesting fact. Next slide. Why BTS fans are hated in social circles. Next slide. First, I want to discuss the common reason why fans and idol get hate speech. BTS is a singer who has many songs like are very viral on media social. However, from the source of comment on social media and music video, the criticism is not their song or music, but physical because Korean idol do plastic surgery. Not only that, hate speech even mention gender and how to dress. This is a slightly funny reason because it makes physical use as an excuse to insult other people, where criticism should be prioritized to music they bring, even though for any reason hate speech is not allowed. Okay, next slide. The second reason this hate speech is booming again in social media because of the controversy with football fans. For information, fans BTS haters are men, not women. Indonesian netizen had become a trending topic in social media platform like Twitter, Instagram, because they gave a lot of hate speech when won the BTS song fought at the opening ceremony of the Euro 2020 final. Many football fans did not accept the BTS song for the play because they were considered inappropriate. Songs from idols such as CC would use the opening of Euro 2020. Petition reviews BTS song played approved by more than 100,000 with million of negative comments up to 1 million tweets in Twitter platform. From this reason, trigger more and more haters who hate idol and their fans because they are considered participating in winning the vote for their idols. Okay, next slide. Did you know that giving hate speech or negative speech can affect mental health for someone? From the result of research who said in the Journal of Depression and Anxiety show that there is a 10% increase in depressive symptoms to the negative comment and social media as well. And Dr. Brian Primack, director of the Center for Research on Media, Technology and Health from the University of Pittsburgh, said that the tendency of people to make hate speech is difficult to control, especially on media social because it's very individual or personal. There is an increase in anxiety, jealous, and tendency to make someone have negative experience from social media. Return to the topic with the negative comment received by fans and K-pop idol, BTS recreated a song called The Last with lyrics containing their personal experience of experiencing depression and anxiety during their time as idols. This hate speech is certainly very dangerous because depression and mental disorder triggers suicide. South Korea has the 10th highest suicide rate in the world, according to the World Health Organization, and the second suicide rate in the OECD after leukemia. If the hate speech is not stopped immediately, it will be fatal for others. So try to from giving hate comment to other people because it can be dangerous. Okay, next slide. Can the perpetrator of hate comment be punished? Besides being able to interfere with mental health in Indonesian, giving hate speech can also be punished if the comment given are categories in Article 28, paragraph 2 of the AT law. Everyone internationally and without right to spread information and be causing hatred or hostility toward individual or certain community group based on their ethnicity, religion, race, and intergroup with hate. So, so, but can the perpetrator be punished if the victim from the virus country? The answer, of course, yes. According to the law, referencing to be attachment to the SKB of the ATA law is a punish that the criminal often in Article 27, paragraph 3 of the ATA law is absolute complaint access to indemnify the victim herself who complained to the police. So the perpetrator of hate comment direct at BTS can be punished, and from information since March 30, 2021, Wicked Entertainment, namely the BTS agency, has issued of official letter that will sue the perpetrator of negative remakes against their idols. So be careful in speaking and giving hate comment to certain people because in addition to endangering mental health, and you can also harm yourself. Okay, next slide. After two reasons why you have to stop hate speech in social media, there are some interesting facts that can help stop hate comment to BTS. And first, songs BTS very inspiring and give a positive energy to those who listen to its evidence when their song become popular and are in the top one of the Billboard chart. And second, BTS is inspiring a million their fans with the slogan "Love Yourself" and being humble fans to other and animals. Many donations are made by fans and idol to help others. And last, BTS is global inspiration was proven when they are invited to United Nations to speech and joined in UNICEF and were invited by President Joe Biden to the White House and discuss about stop Asian hate. And from the following fact, it can help haters to stop hate speech toward their fans and idols because it's not it's do bad. Okay, next slide. In the last is conclusion. Conclusion is BTS a Thailand K-pop idol and deserves to be loved. It is not justified to give hate speech about physical, gender, race, skin, because it can interfere with mental and criminal for perpetrator. The important point of this presentation is to stop giving hate comment and for any reason is not justified. Okay, thank you.
Oke, 9 menit 40 detik, hampir 10 menit. Thank you, Selvi. Akasya, silakan one question, Akasya.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Interesting topic. I have a question. As far as we know, every person in the world has their own rights and freedom to express and oppose their opinions and feelings anywhere and anytime. Hence, how about the people that frankly want to comment and express their dislikes towards the brand, BTS, when people view their opinions and critiques as a bias hate? How?
Sorry, can slow it?
Can you repeat
So,
the question?
Okay.
Question once again, slow
Okay.
and slowly.
Okay. As far as we know, every person in the world has their own rights and freedom to express and post their opinions and feelings anywhere and anytime. Hence, how about the people that frankly want to comment and express their dislikes towards the band BTS when people view their opinions and critiques as a bias hate? Thank you.
okay. Your question about comment, give a comment.
Yeah,
to
it is the right
BTS,
of every
yes?
people.
Okay. There are many ways to can be done if you want to comment in the form of criticism on what we don't like without hate speech. Sometimes someone assumes that criticism and hate speech are the same. Criticism is giving negative comment that aim to build courage or inspire things you don't like if you don't like it. While hate speech in the form of negative speech, they aim to attack, bring down other people. Okay, back to the purpose of someone commenting, whatever to critique all hate speech. If you want to give a criticism, then can use a good and useful language. From the question about comment on BTS, you can give a negative comment, are the that are critical wherever you want because everyone has freedom. But if you intend to give negative speech in the form or negative speech, you should remain for expressing it in the public because it can have an impact as I have explained. About BTS, they are a boy band with a biggest agency. So they provide an email that can receive any critic, suggestion, and report. If you want to comment about BTS, you can send an email, contact email containing your critics, and the more effective because it's sent directly to BTS manager. Then your comment on social media in Twitter or Instagram. You can send this email to manager
Make
social
it
media.
short, Selfie.
Yes.
Make it short. Just go to the point. Sudah tersampaikan belum jawabannya? Akasha?
So the point is it still eligible to express our feelings in the social media?
Without getting punished?
Yes, I mean that.
Yeah. Okay. I think the presentation is that it's hate speech that is not acceptable. That's what I understand from her presentation. Hate speech, jadi bukan criticism.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Selfie and Akasha. I will remove you from spotlight. Remove spotlight. Dan sekarang kita akan panggil the next one, Shafira and Christian.
Yes, sir.
Oke, Shafira, saya akan kasih spotlight. Christian, saya akan spotlight. saya sendiri. Syafira sudah boleh menyiapkan screen-nya. Saya akan siapkan timernya.
Apakah sudah terlihat?
Sudah, kalau mau mulai sudah boleh. Christian, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Safira Salsabila with NIM 10522-108 from Computer Science Universitas Pertamina. And today I would like to present about LGBT issue in Indonesia. I chose this topic because LGBT disease is common in Indonesia and many people are affected by its negativity. And on in average, this disease in stages and people who have been affected will find it difficult to recover except by themselves. Go to the first discussion. What do we know about LGBT? LGBT is L for lesbian, G for gay, B for bisexual, and T for transgender. LGBT is a group that things some consider divine, which is usually known as the rainbow flag symbol. The color on the rainbow flag reflects the diversity of the LGBT community and the spectrum of human sexuality and gender. I will explain one by one. The first one is L for lesbian. Lesbian is a term for women whose sexual orientation is toward to other women, like women who like to other women. And the second one is gay, G for gay. Gay is a term for men whose sexual orientation is to other men, or we call homosexual, like men who like other men. The third one is B for bisexual, is an individual whose sexual orientation it can a woman or a man, like a woman who like men and also can like a man too, or a woman who likes men and also can like a woman. And the last one is T for transgender. Transgender are individuals who feel that their gender identity does not match their gender at a birth. For example, like a person who is born as a man, but he feels himself to be a woman. Or people who's born as a woman, but feel himself to be a man. I have main problem. This LGBT phenomenon is being discussed in our own country, Indonesia. In Indonesia, LGBT is very taboo because it's defined from the point of view of norms, religions, and health. Also, the emergency of the LGBT has many pros and cons. Some people do not agree with the existence of the LGBT because they are considered to behave abnormally and deviate from the religious teaching. But in other way, some people agree because they think that LGBT should not be cured because it is not a disease and it's a natural condition that arises to due biological factor and because they respect their existence in human rights. I have three claim statements. The first one is LGBT is negative action that are prohibited in Islam. In Islam, if the law is already said haram, then absolute, there is no more tolerance for it. According to MUI Fatwa number 58 of 2014 concerning lesbian, gay, sodomy, and obscenity, the MUI firmly puts a fatwa that perpetrator of sodomy, or we can call liwat, both lesbian and gay, are unlawful and a form of crime, and the maximum punishment level can be up to the death penalty. So it's very forbidden. Likewise, in the case that the victim of lesbian, homosexual, bisexual, sodomy, and obscene crime, the perpetrator are also subject to punishment up to the death penalty, same as the victim. The second one is LGBT is an act that divides from value and norms. This act removed the human value of sexual behavior that was given by God Almighty as contained in Pancasila. According to Article 1 of Law Number 1 of 1974 concerning marriage, marriage is an inner and outer bond between a man and a woman as a husband and a wife to form a happy and eternal family, or we can call household based on God Almighty. So it's clear that LGBT perpetrator like rape, adultery, and free sex, there are no place under Indonesia law. The last one is LGBT not good for health because many impact that can be felt such HIV/AIDS, cervical cancer, and transmission through the rectum. According to Dr. Dewi Inong Irana, she said, besides HIV/AIDS, there are other diseases caused by LGBT that are no less dangerous. For example, is Kaposi sarcoma is a new disease for which there is no cure. Kaposi sarcoma is a cancer that causes small piece of abnormally tissue grow under the skin, mouth, nose, and throat, or also can be in other organs. So dangerous because this disease there are no cure. Opposing side and respect claim. In this issue, we know on the other side, LGBT is about love. We never know who we will fall in love with. Maybe some people can control their feeling, so that's why LGBT can happen. They love their partner and they know love is universal. But back again, LGBT, especially in Indonesia, are prohibited and taboo because this act is destroy human sustainability. Conclusion, in general and especially in Indonesia, the conception of LGBT is contrary to various point of view from the perspective of religions, mental health, human nature in procreation, and the perspective of negative impact of society on the emergency and spread of HIV/AIDS virus. There are many impact caused. And here are my references. Well, that is all from me. Thank you for your time and attention. There will be a question and answer for Christian Surya in this presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, thank you Safira. 7 menit lewat beberapa detik, belum sampai 8 menit. Christian, your question please.
Well, I have a question for you. You said that LGBT destroy human sustainability. Can you give an example of that?
Yes.
Yes, that's it for me.
Same gender relationship is such a woman or a woman with man, women with a woman or man with man who later cannot have a children. That's damage human sustainability. Like for example, when women who later marry other women cannot have a children and end up adopting children. It was a divine act that corrupted the human lineage. If it continue like that, the human population will be decreased.
Yeah. So they cannot produce children. That's why it is concerned with sustainability. Do you accept the question, the answer, Christian?
Yes, but they can adopt another child, like yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but if it continue like that, the human population will also decrease.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you, Safira and Christian, for remove you from the spotlight. And you can stop share. All right, hold on. Let me. And the next one is Christo presenting, and Reva the person asking question. Reva sudah ada, Kristo mana? Oke, Kristo
Present,
sudah
sir.
ada, ya. Ntar saya kasih spotlight dulu and myself. Oke, Kristo sudah boleh bersiap-siap untuk slide-nya.
Apa udah kedengeran, Sir? Atau
Eh,
kelihatan presentasinya?
Sudah terlihat, sebentar saya siapkan timer dulu. Oke, Anda sudah bisa mulai kalau sudah siap.
Oke, Sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, go ahead.
05 221019. I'll
Kok koneksi nggak bagus ya, Kristo?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's not stable.
Oke, sementara boleh turn off video dulu. Sementara,
Okay, wait,
turn off
sir.
video sementara sampai stable. Malah freeze. Okay, let's wait for Kristo to come back karena sekarang freeze. Are you back?
Hello, sir.
Oke, kalau ada masalah dengan connection, boleh turn off video.
Oke, sir.
Berarti saya hilangkan dulu saja ini spotlight-nya.
Oh.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Can you hear my?
Ya, silakan mulai.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Zungli Alexander, and today I want to presentate about online learning is not effective for children. And this is my today presentation. Is the introduction, the main question, and my reason and my solution. Let me talk about the background of the online learning. Online education is a teaching and learning activity that utilize the internet and digital media delivering the material. The initial goal of holding online learning is to reduce the number of COVID-19 transmissions, which in 2020, the transmission of COVID-19 is growing very rapidly. Initially, online learning began to be held in the several schools and lecture institutes since the COVID-19 pandemic. The government recommends that work activities, school activities, and other activities be held at their respective homes. So, my question is, why is online learning is not effective for the children? I have three reasons.
Oke, Kristo, kalau videonya sudah bagus, boleh turn on.
Oke, sir.
Nanti kalau rasanya terganggu lagi, turn off.
Oke, sir. I think my internet is not stable, so I will keep it off.
Lanjutkan saja.
Okay, sir. This is my first reason is inequality technology access in various regions. In online learning, need the technology, which is very important in online learning. In doing online learning, we need technology such as internet, signals, laptop, or cell phones, and other. Internet is the one of the important things in the online learning process. But it often happens when the teaching and learning process takes place suddenly stop because an unstable signal. Do not support such a signal, which is in the end can create delays in the teaching and learning process itself. In this my presentation, I have two pictures. The first one is the for students learning in the because the internet they forced to took for internet signal in banana plantation, which is located close to the garbage drum, as well as right behind a boarding house. They are finally got the free Wi-Fi, which as a estimate from the boarding house located on Jalan Nangka, Serang Jaya. One of the student named Ahya Ali, who is the student who used the facility. He said that he asked the permission from the owner for the boarding house to access the Wi-Fi for free. This is signal from the coast. This is allowed, but there behind the banana plantation to be praised. If you are inside, you are afraid to disturb the boarding house children. So because of that, they are forced to learn in behind that house. And the second picture is the mom and the son learn in the uh, kantor office with the facility free internet. It connect in the phone. When some reported asked it, she said the obstacle in teaching my son is the lack of electricity and my age because I can understand difficult subjects, especially because I am a farmer. Once a week, the teachers come to the house so that they can educate and teach the children. In other village, it is usually difficult for them to find children because children go with their parents to the field. So next, the second reason is the emerge of pressure and stress experienced by students. This pressure and stress are triggered by boredom because the learning method employed is monotonous. The emerge of pressure and stress experienced by students is it caused by the inability of students to adapt. Third, what is considered an urgent academic need, which can cause discomfort, which can result the physical and mental tension. The explanation of this academic stress is a reaction that arises from the many lawsuits and assignments that must be completed by a student. And the last one is the lack of parental and guidance and supervision. Parents have the responsibility and supervision of online learning that takes place at home. Many of the problems faced by parents during online learning include not all parents can divide their time between work and assisting children at home. Parents have to spend a quite a lot of money for network installation or buying internet quota. It takes quite a long time so that parents can begin to adapt to new habits by finding effective ways to guide their children to learn. Now I have my three solutions for this. The first one is hybrid class. Hybrid learning is a model or learning method that combines face-to-face learning system with online-based learning. And the proportion used is usually balanced, which is 15% of both. This hybrid class is great for students who may not have the technology to support. The second one is made some meaningful learn. Meaningful learning is a process of connecting new information or subject matters with the concept or other things that already exist in the cognitive structure. Then, the learning process cannot be separate from activities and interaction to create meaning as a result of a thought. Meaningful learning, of course, when the student experience directly what they learn rather than just pay attention to the teacher explanation. This for the information that is being learning will take longer to remember. In addition, the new information developed by student will facilitate the next learning process. And the last is the parental guidance and supervision. Based of journal entitled Parents' Role in Assisting Children in Online Learning During COVID-19 Pandemic, he said that the role of parent is very important. In fact, the seriousness of children in online learning in accompanying children learn during online learning during COVID-19 pandemic. And parents have four roles important, namely The first one, parents act as the career and educator. The second one, the role of parent as a mentor. The third, parents as motivator. And the fourth, parents act as facilitator. Therefore, parents must take time for them to accompany and help their children in learning, especially in elementary school age children, where they still really need more attention, so that can carry out their learning obligation during the pandemic. So, my presentation conclusion is the COVID-19 pandemic made us have to do on the online learning. However, due to the lack of supervision from parents, the emergence of pressure and stress experienced by the student, as well as inequalities in technology access in various fields, that makes online learning less effective, which make children quality decrease. If we can create an effective online class like doing hybrid classes, making meaningful learning for children and parental guidance and supervision can help children in online learning become effective. On the other side, parents are also required to be able to use technology. That why parents must be ready to guide and ensure that their children get learning experiences that are meaningful and challenging in their abilities and needs. So that's my presentation for today. Thank you for listening my presentation.
Okay, thank you 9 menit. Christo, now turn on your video to answer a question from Reva.
Okay, sir, I will try. Uh, uh, sir, I don't know why my laptop I already click my start video, but my Zoom is not respond.
Okay, Reva, your question.
Sir. Is my voice can be heard?
Yep.
From your presentation earlier, I want to ask the solution, parental guidance and supervision. From your formerly that you say parent cannot do that. Not all parents cannot do that because they are busy for their work and even rarely at home. And I don't think our parents understand what we're studying at. We're studying the material. And do you have any other solution or maybe your personal solution that doesn't require the presence of parents? Yeah,
Reva, can you repeat? My connection is unstable in the beginning. I'm sorry.
Yes. So what I ask is, do you have any other solution that doesn't require the presence of parents because they're not all parents can do that to supervise or guide their children?
Another
Or maybe your personal solution to help your student.
Is there any other solution? Because when you say parental guidance, there's no guarantee that your parents understand the lesson. So how can they provide guidance? Is there any other alternatives?
Alternative in my solution, yeah. I think in a solution to change the parental guidance is make the teacher more active for the class. That's why I give my solution create a meaningful learning. Because if the teacher can make some class meaningful the lessons, the student will just learning, but he's got some new information. So the children doesn't need parents because the material from teacher give to them is already connected brain. Like example, we know 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, but can because we want to make some meaningful learn, we can make some example like I have 1 apple and my parents give my give the apple one, so I have two apples. That's different, right, Reva? So if we can make some uh, interesting, the student will remember. So that's my answer. Are you
Yep.
accept?
Yeah, it's quite clear. Thank you, Christo. Thank you, Reva. Christo, you can stop share.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sekarang kita undang Ahmad Wabil. Mudah-mudahan koneksinya sudah mendingan. Oke. Dan penanya Hafiz.
Yes, sir.
Hafiz udah ada. Oke. Sebentar saya spotlight diri saya sendiri juga. Sebentar saya siapkan timer. Oke, sudah bisa mulai kalau sudah siap.
I'm sorry, sir, because there are voice noisy.
Saya nggak bisa kedengeran.
Suara saya kedengaran nggak, sir?
Iya, kedengeran.
Oh, kedengaran, oke.
Silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Manike Budiman and my beloved friends. In this change, I would like to share my argumentative presentation with the topic human extinction. Okay. My name is Ahmad Awabil. I'm student in Computer Science Universitas Pertamina. And then this is table of contents. Before I go to the background of the problem, I will explain to you what it is, what human extinction. Human extinction is some condition where in this world there are no again human population. It can be caused by environmental damage or our hands. Okay, we go to the background of the problem. In this background of the problem, I persuade you to together imagine. Okay, we start. Currently, the human population has reached 7.8 billion people in all parts of the world. The number of which has resulted in very, very high birth rates and also fertility rates. Very fast and rapid growth will certainly have an impact on increasing the number of requests for primary needs and also all resources that can support human life. Inadvertently, humans will do everything possible to meet their needs either in a good way or a bad way. So many of these humans do not care about the environment around them. The herds intends to explore nature, but it ends up being overexploited. So that nature and our earth become victims of human greed. Not only that, but humans also like to spill blood on each other. This is very creepy, either because of different perspectives or humans who are infected with social disease such as crime, murder, and then racism and terrorism and so on. This is the root cause of the division between groups that lead to bloodshed and war. And then many deviations that go beyond the limits are done by humans. The deviation who do by humans, sometimes even animals do not that. Unconsciously, humans have prepared scanners to pick up their extinction. And all of the above can become a boomerang for human mass destruction that can lead to human extinction, either sooner or later. Okay, next. So my thesis statement for this topic is unconsciously. Humans have prepared their scenarios to invite their own extinction. Why I say like this? I have three reasons who I will explain to you. Okay, first reason: humans are the main cause of the crisis and environmental damage. Why I see like this? Okay, you can see this picture. This picture represents air pollution, and this represents air and land pollution. And below that, this represent deforestation, or we say usually illegal logging. Okay, if you don't believe in me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, if you don't believe in me, I have one evidence for one case that is global warming, reported to the Tampa Bay Times, based on study published by Nature Climate Change. Dozens of researchers look at death from global warming in 732 cities worldwide from 1991 to 2018, and found that 37% of the world's population deaths are caused by higher temperatures than human-caused global warming. Okay, and then based on the study that humans are responsible for 0.6% of death due to global warming. That means around 46,800,000 are responsible for this death. Okay, we next to second reason. Second reason, human found the shedding blood for personal or group interest. Why I say like this? Okay, you can see this. This is one case human found shedding of blood. According to journal with the title "The Destruction of Historical Objects in the War Between States and the Violation of International Humanitarian Law," Mr. Oppenheim said that war is contention between two or more states through their armed forces for the purpose of overpowering each other and imposing such condition of peace as the victor places. Okay, you can see this word. This word occurred beginning from 1914 until Ukraine and Russia. This is a list words who happened in the world. Okay, sorry. Victims impacted by World War I and World War II, almost 73 million people. And then these victims had not counted other wars yet. Okay, we next the third reason: deviant behavior of the human beings themselves. I can take one case that is LGBT legalizations. Okay, reporting from Republica.com, General Chairperson of DDII Indonesia, Muhammad Siddiq, said that the more LGBT actors, the fewer people there will be, because there is no reproduction. You can imagine if man with man and woman with woman, it can be reproduction. There's no reproduction, so we have not the next generation, and sustainability. Humans is nothing in the world. Next, the implication is that there will be more elderly people than the younger generation because of the low birth rate. Some countries are very underpopulated because LGBT legalizations. It can be measured by statistics if you don't believe in me. This also happen. Okay. In case this is also happen in South Korea and Japan, and then some countries in Europe, and then some industrial countries are affected by LGBT disease because do not want to have a marriage with gay habits and lesbian habits. Okay, you can imagine that. Okay, we go to the end of presentation. Conclusions. My conclusion, based on my three reasons above, human extinction will happen only if there are no more humans who care about the environment. And below humans, the extinction scenario will continue if humans still prioritize egoism over caring and prioritize desire over needs until the word exploration transforms into exploitation and the word friendly becomes blood. Okay, I persuade you. Let us rewrite the scenario together so far from the word extinction for the sake for a better future for humans. Okay, that's from me. Sorry for my mistake. Okay.
10 menit.
Question?
10 menit. That's, yeah. Okay, Hafiz, your question, Hafiz.
My sound are clear, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for Mr. Maneke Budiman and Ahmad Alwabil for his presentation. From that presentation, I have one question that based on one of your research, it sounded to me earlier that about 37% of the world population that are caused by human-made global warming, which is incapable of causing extinction. My question is, don't humans also have relationships that will later result in the birth of humans as well, which humans cannot be completely extinct because of this cause? Can you explain in more detail the reason you mentioned it?
Okay. You say you just get one case sample that 37% human extinction but first reason in global warming. Except global warming, there are more environmental damage except global warming, such as tsunami, and then erosion, flood, volcanoes eruption, and many more environmental damage. And 37% that is just in environmental damage, global warming. Okay, and then that's not include affected by war. Okay, war victims caused by war in World War I and World War II, almost 73 million victims caused by war, and that is have not counted any war until now yet. Okay, and then 37% that is not include LGBT legalization case because so like I explained it, LGBT legalization with can impact human population has decreased. It's decreased because LGBT legalizations. Okay, that is my answer. What
is that good, Hafiz?
Okay.
Acceptable, Hafiz?
Yes, sir. I think yes.
All right. So thank you, Ahmad and Hafiz. And I will remove you from the spotlight. And then I will call now Rahma Yuki lagi. Rahma Yuki, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do it again.
But I can my video.
Okay, fine. As long as you can share the screen.
Okay. Apakah sudah terlihat, sir?
Belum, masih loading. Sudah muncul, bisa di slideshow. Yap, silakan mulai kalau sudah siap.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for Mr. Manike Budiman and all my friends for this presentation. My name is Rahmayuki Rairunita. My ID number is 1052211016. Today I will tell you my presentation about dark jokes in society. Table of contents in this presentation is the first definition, the second thesis statement, the third, why do people like dark jokes, the fourth, why don't people like dark jokes, and the last part is conclusion.
Wah, jelek sekali ya Rahma Yuki ya koneksinya ya. Rahma Yuki, kita tidak bisa mendengar suaramu sama sekali. Yang lain bisa dengar atau koneksi saya ini? Ichiro, can you hear her?
Yeah, her voice is stuttering. Yuki, why don't you leave and then rejoin? Maybe refresh the connection.
Yuki, kami nggak bisa dengar kamu, kami nggak bisa dengar kamu sama sekali. Oke. Kita ini selipin dulu. Neza, Anda siap?
Siap, Mister.
Oke, Neza and Reza. Oke, kita nanti cari akal bagaimana soal video. Oke, saya akan spotlight Neza and Reza. Ya, silakan untuk menyiapkan slide-nya.
Ya, sebentar, Mister. Web URL, kamera, share whiteboard, dokumen, web URL. Wait, Mister.
Yep.
Need to find a way to share my screen. Wait. Kamera. Wait, Mister. Microsoft OneDrive. Mark whiteboard, Microsoft OneDrive. Wait, Mister.
Kalau susah Anda kirimkan ke teman. supaya dia yang operationing ini slide-nya.
Oh ya. Wait.
Siapa yang bisa bantu Anda?
Reza. Wait, sorry, Mister.
Ya boleh aja kalau Reza mau sekalian bertanya nanti. Gimana problem solve?
Tunggu lagi, Mister.
Anda mau operasikan sendiri? Oke. Jadi Ichiro yang operator ya?